De luxe sur Madison Avenue, il y en a des tonnes. En revanche, une boutique de luxe concept dans une townhouse, là, il y en a déjà beaucoup moins. La propriétaire va tout nous expliquer. Ça s'appelle 5 Story et vous allez voir, c'est très conceptuel. Quand on arrive, on ne sait pas forcément par quoi commencer. Donc je vous propose de commencer par le bas parce que comme ça s'appelle 5 Story, apparemment, il y a 5 histoires. Donc on commence par la première.
Round period displaced in the green suspends beside it the first point, the starting point of even next the noon's.
What was your idea behind this 5 stories?
I think it happened when I stopped working in the art world, and it was the first time I had nothing to do. I had endless time, and I grew up in New York, and I always thought I knew New York, but it was the first time in my life where I had, you know, time to walk around and see the sights, and I started to actually get really bored. And I said to myself, why am I bored with New York? New York is the most amazing place in the world. How could I be bored? And I started realizing that we didn't have something that wasn't, you know, the retail in New York was very calculated. It's very
department store.
Yeah, and it was very cold. And I said, I want somewhere to go where I just feel good.
It's the address that is very good for our show actually, because it's the address that if someone give it to you, then you know about it, but it's not like out there.
And it's also the idea that it didn't come from, I want to make the most fashionable store in the world. It was, I want to make a store that feels good, that has things that are really unique and interesting. And people always thought it was strange that I would do it on the Upper East Side. The Upper East Side, you know, people think it's very shishi and, you know, old. And they're like, you want to make something cool on the Upper East Side, you want to make something comfortable in this very, you know, fancy neighborhood. And I was like, that's the challenge.
So how do you pick your designer? I mean, now it's spring is coming, summer, so everything is very colorful, but do you have a specific standard, something that you are okay, this is my style, this is what I want to get, or you think more, okay, I am in the Upper East Side and this is what would look good for my clients?
Well, the thing is, I always said that
You're colorful too, darling.
I'm very colorful. My style is this. I always start with something very simple and traditional and classic, and then it always has to be, you know, a little bit smart, a little bit different, and a little bit of whoa, what's that? Or almost like a trick.
Okay.
And I always say if I stay true to my style, then the store is always going to be consistent, and my clients will always, you know, feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Because if I start thinking about everybody else
to please, it's going to
drive
me
me nuts.
No,
so I just I think about what I love, and I have to be smart.
So this brand, for instance, every single piece that you carry, you can wear it or not especially?
I mean, yes, every piece I would wear, but I don't own every piece, but I could.
You would wear.
I would wear.
Otherwise, you don't buy it.
But the beauty of this store is that someone like Josh Groot or Preen, which I'm wearing right now.
Okay.
So this is super young brand. He's from Australia. She's from London, and then you have Leonard, who's
yes. Oh my God! I thought it was Pucci for for a minute.
And Leonard doesn't sell in America anymore. Did you know that? No.
Yeah, I know, but they were so famous for their amazing
Guess what?
prints and colors.
Last season, they were my #1 seller.
Sellers?
#1. Better than Jason Wu. Better than Chacun. Better than Balmain. They were my #1.
Wow.
And nobody knew who they were.
Everybody talks to ya. Everybody talks.
What are you doing for Fashion Week?
I'm becoming a crazy person. I'm losing
Yeah?
my mind for Fashion Week.
Like what? Give me some example.
Because, you know, some people like do the shows and that's, you know, they're out there. For me, I'm just, I feel like I'm in the circus. Like I'm juggling. I'm like always in the store, but always at a show. But I have to also do appointments. Like I have to put food on the table. I have to put clothing in the store.
Of course.
So I'm going to the showrooms and then I'm just trying to have some fun also.